Well, you guys have a weather. You have the one that controls the weather. And you are still in Romania, but I'm going to ask you, what do you guys want to do next?
So we are missing 3 artifacts.
Counting the one that the Nazis have?
Yep. So we know the Nazis have the flute. Then there's a dagger in Russia
Mm-hmm.
and a ring in Germany.
Yep.
And we don't know that the Nazis don't already have either of them. We don't have any intel on them, as far as I remember.
True.
So I would say that our 2 big options are either take the thing back to England, or, since we're in Romania, continue on to Russia.
Probably that one.
Was there not some discussion of how going into Russia in the winter would probably be like foolhardy craziness, or am I imagining that?
Well,
I mean, it certainly would be, but it's May, so.
yeah, it's already spring.
Okay.
Let me look at my map.
We
Yeah,
think
where
it's
are we
in St.
closest to?
Petersburg, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, if we're in Romania, Russia is closer than England. It's just a question of, like, do we have the supplies to keep going? I don't know how we're doing as far as monies. I don't think I have anything written down. I think we had run out of money, and then we got some money on the way to Romania.
Yeah. You have about 200 monies. Let's say 200 monies.
Okay.
If we can get to southern Poland, I might be able to get a hold of some family that's still over here.
Yeah, that would be helpful, except that, unfortunately, we're already too far west. Like, Poland would be backtracking.
Not much compared to how far we have to go to get to St. Petersburg anyways.
I guess that's fair.
And it would be less backtracking than however long it would take us to get back to headquarters.
Yeah, but getting back to headquarters also opens up other stuff for us, like getting new information, consulting, resting. Like, is anybody injured? I guess we're not. Aside from the mental, I've got a fatigue and a mental stress.
Same.
Yeah, I would be good either way. I don't. Yeah, I guess it depends where in Poland. If we can keep to, like, the border with Ukraine, it'd probably be better. But Poland is occupied.
Mm.
Kind of how this whole mess started.
No.
So we're basically kind of flip a coin.
Well, the Nazis have been seeming to step up their game and really pushing to get these artifacts. Maybe we should just press on to...
Is there a specific place we need to be once the artifacts are gathered to do whatever our ritual is?
Yeah, I think we need to be in Germany. Like, wherever where the last item is. That's where the door opens, I think.
So it might make sense to get the...
Does that sound right, Stephen?
Sure.
Okay.
You're on the right track. Yes. No,
okay.
You're on the right track.
Okay. So it might be, if we know that we're going to have to return to Germany in order to complete the ritual, it might be worth doing our Russian bit first. That way we won't be going to Germany, then to Russia, then right back to Germany. Especially given that when we leave places, people do try to kill us.
Okay. All right. Let's try and head to St. Petersburg then.
Critical hit Punch All Nazis takes place in the early days of World War II and combines high adventure with cosmic horror. All dates, locations, and historical events are thrown out the window in order to create a fun story, so don't put too much thought into historical inaccuracies. All accents are done poorly, but with love, and no disrespect is intended.
So you tell the man pulling the cart, and he's like, yes, I will take you to my friend, and he will, Grigory, and he will, he's got a car, drive much faster than this old wooden cart. And he takes you into another town down the side of the mountain. And he takes you to a garage, and there is an older man, Grigory. He is... got a full growth of beard. He's kind of stooped over a little bit. He looks to be about maybe 35. He has a truck, and the driver of your cart gets out, and he goes over and he starts talking to Grigory, and you see some papers being exchanged. The man opens up what looks like a letter and reads it and hands it back to the cart driver, and then nods and waves and waves all of you to come into the garage.
And remember, 35-year-olds in 1940 look 103.
Welcome. Where are you going?
We are trying to get to St. Petersburg.
Oh, he pulls out a map. Come, let's look here. Many Germans between here and Russia. This is going to be difficult. But I think we can do it. The Count Duke JMT says you're good peoples.
Yeah, we're in the club.
I don't know which club you're talking about, but he said you had money.
We do have that, yeah.
Ah, very good. And we will leave in the morning. He looks at you up and down and just looks at, the lack of things that you're carrying. That is all you have?
Yeah, we need to stock up on supplies.
Ugh, give me money.
Okay. I'll give him, I don't know, what's reasonable about $50? 50 monies?
Yeah, 50 monies, yeah. Grigory looks very happy. He snaps the bills and holds them up to the light. This is good. This is good monies.
Yeah.
Rest over there. And I will see you in the morning. And he leaves the garage, and he pulls the sliding garage door closed, and you can hear it lock. And you are all in a garage. There is a truck, kind of an old beat-up truck that is here. It's rusted out in a lot of places. It is covered in sheet metal in places. It's been modified, if you want to look at it, to see that there are some hidden compartments on this truck, and a fake oil tank on the driver's side. And you can put all sorts of contraband inside these hidden spaces. But you guys are here for the night.
All right, let's sleep in shift just in case. I'll take first shift so I can try to get a running start at whatever shift Blisco has where he's going to be inside this truck.
There are some kind of oily, greasy sleeping bags in the corner that you can use. And if you would, Rodrigo, roll me a 1d20.
7.
So the night goes by. The first couple of hours go by fairly uneventfully. There is a small refrigerator here in the garage, and when you open it up, you can find some cheese and some pretty paltry looking fruit and plenty of fresh cold milk.
That's nice.
Who has the second watch?
I'll go second.
All right, if you would, roll me 1d20.
Yes, sir. Da-da-da-da.
Ooh, a 1.
Oh.
Yeah, it is quiet. The only thing that you hear are the snoring of the Blisco.
The snoring of the Blisco. Do we
Yeah.
get a momentum?
I just added a momentum to your pile.
Perfect. Hooray.
Oh boy.
Knowing
Who
that
takes shift number 3?
Valentino.
Oh, Valentino, go ahead and roll me 1d20, please.
All righty. 11.
Ugh. Okay, about 1 o'clock in the morning during your watch, you hear footsteps outside, and you can hear a dog barking, and you can hear some men speaking in German. Do you speak German?
I do not.
Okay. It sounds like German to you. They seem to be like on a patrol, and you can smell in the air the hint of cigarette smoke. They go up to the garage door and they rattle it and see that it's locked, and they move on their way.
All right, then.
All right, Blisco, 1d20, please.
Oh boy.
Oh, a 15. Yeah, during your shift, you definitely hear some heavy vehicles coming into the town, and you hear a lot of ruckus and a lot of German talking.
Could you describe the ruckus?
Sounds like heavy trucks coming into town and lots of troops getting off of trucks, and you hear things that are dragging around in different parts of the street.
I will keep an ear to see if they get close. As long as they're not too close to us, I'm going to let the rest of the group rest until it's time.
Sure. You hear people passing back and forth throughout the last couple of hours. And then right around 6 in the morning, you hear footsteps approach and the lock being disengaged. And Grigori comes inside and looks around. Oh, good. You're still here. I thought perhaps you may have gotten a little out of control and tried to do something with these horrible German people out here. They have officially taken over the town.
I see. No, we actually try to avoid danger when possible, despite our
So does
record.
Grigori, and he thumps a thumb into his chest. I have no love for these Nazis. Come, and he hands each of you a rucksack. And inside that rucksack is a clean sleeping bag, rations for a couple of days, about 3 days worth of rations, and some basic survival equipment. He also looks you up and down, and I tried to figure out the best clothing for you. And he gives you all some civilian clothing suitable for this region of the country.
All right.
I don't know what you're after, but here's a camera. Maybe you can take some pretty pictures.
Thanks.
There's also some binoculars. There are some Romanian papers for each of you.
That's good.
Nice.
And then there, at the very bottom of Blisco and Valentino's rucksack, are 2 demolition kits. I thought maybe you might need these. I don't know what you're going after.
Well,
Now,
appreciate it.
No problem. Your money spins here just as good as anywhere else. Money's is money's. And money's can get you anywhere. Hopefully out of this town. So you guys need to pack your stuff away in a lorry, like any weapons that you guys have, the explosives, anything that is suspicious, you guys need to pack away on his truck. And so whoever's going to do the packing, I need you to roll an insight plus stealth D1.
Not it.
What he said. Are any of us good at insight and or stealth?
I mean, yes. As much as I hate to say it, this sounds like a job for Doc, unless someone can beat a 12.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Technically,
That could be.
No, it sounds
13.
like Doc. It sounds like Doc and Valentino are packing the truck up.
Doc and Tino.
So each
That's
of
what
you,
they call
insight
us.
plus stealth, please.
Insight
D1.
plus stealth.
Well, we got the one.
Okay.
I got 2.
And 3. Okay, so you have 3 successes total. Very good.
Hooray for us. We're getting sneakier.
Some of us are.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that when your sneaky guys are the one who looks famous and the one who tends to have a wild-eyed sort of "Hi, how are you?" face, I feel like stealth.
I'm going to drive because I know where we're going. I'm sure you have seen vehicles like this from wherever you're from. You guys look, and there's room for 2 people in the front, and 2 people are going to have to ride in the back of the truck.
Yeah, I'll take the back.
Okay, it is loaded. It's loaded with like vehicle parts. There's tires. There's junk. There's all sorts of stuff back here in this truck. And if anyone asks, we're junk merchants.
All right.
Okay. I'll go on the front since I can probably speak the language.
Okay.
Back in case Blisco needs to know how to operate the vehicle.
Was going to make the exact same suggestion.
Okay. Grigori goes and opens the door, and he's kind of got a kind of concerned look on his face.
Carlos is like, "What? Yeah, what's up?"
How about Carlos? You roll an insight plus observation with a D1. Hey, 1 success. You go up and you ask him what's up, but it's very clear as you poke your head out the door that on each end of the street, the Germans have set up crossing points, border posts, and there's 3 on one end of the street and 3 on the other end. Ugh, I knew this was going to be a problem. These Germans have done this in every town in Romania. How would you like to proceed?
Let's go. We'll take it easy, answer their questions. Everything's hidden, so unless they decide to conduct a very thorough search, we should be okay.
Okay. So he asks you all to get into the car, and you head out and you hit the first border post, and the German comes up. Let me see your travel papers. Oh, yes. Here they are, right here. We need to deliver all these junk to Diva in order to make some monies. We got to make monies, right? Everybody loves monies. Who loves monies? Grigori loves monies. And the German just looks at him and says, "You need to." The German says, "You need to open up your back compartment, please, for inspection." Who's going to open up that back door?
Dutch will.
All right. So you open up that door, and the German is standing there. Let me see your papers, please.
We show our papers.
All right. Doc, if you would, please roll me a reason plus observation, because the Germans are now studying your papers very, very closely.
Reason plus observation. Ooh, something I might be good at. We hope.
Hey, 2 successes.
3
Very
successes.
good.
3.
Yeah, these it doesn't look like these guys are overly smart. Nazis generally are not the smartest. And when it comes to this forged paperwork, Grigori must have done a really good job, because these guys don't appear to be suspicious at all about your paperwork. But they do start poking around. There's another German who is banging the side of the lorry with a stick, a baton. And I need to roll a stealth plus observation check. But the nice thing is, because you guys had 3 successes on hiding your material, the difficulty level for me is a D3. And I'm going to use one of my threat.
Oh, crap.
Good call.
Let's see. What am I looking for here? What is the number on this guy? German infantry soldier. Observation 1 plus. I guess it's stealth plus insight, so it's a 9. Ooh. I have to do a D3.
9's pretty
And
good, though.
I get a D, and I get 1 success. Hooray for the dumb Nazi who just bangs around with his with his baton, and he hits, like this sheet metal stuff that, has been fabricated to create this enclosed space on the lorry, and he kind of just chuckles. The German engineering is so much better than this crap. And then he is kind of offended that he's had to take up his time, and he waves you guys through. Thank you. Have a good day. Gregory says, so good luck, Nazis. Boy, hate those guys.
We all do.
So it's going to be about 200 miles for you to get to this town of Diva that he talks about. And let me just double check something here. So as you're rumbling along, this car only does about 40 miles an hour. It's not super fast. It was probably built in the late 20s, early 30s. And Gregory likes to sing songs, and he likes to drink. What's a good song that drunk Gregory would sing while he's driving you guys through the mountains of Romania?
Have you ever fallen down the water pipe and landed at the bottom of your water system? And there have you met a little alligator whose name is Dimitri? If you have, well, he is mine. I lost him.
Poor people in the back. Who's sitting in the back?
I am. I think.
Okay, Valentino and Carlos are in the back. Gregory,
I'm in the front.
Oh, okay.
Doc.
Who's in the back? Doc and Valentino. Gregory is making zero attempt in his state to avoid any ruts or potholes in the road. And so this is a very, very rough ride. And so I want each of you to give me an agility plus athletics with a difficulty of 1.
Oh,
no.
oh.
I think I might take a momentum.
2 successes.
Hey, all right. 2 successes for Matthew.
Not 0.
All right. 0 successes for Valentino. All right, Valentino. Oh, you did take a momentum off of that? Okay.
I did.
Oof. All right. You need to take 2 stress. 2 physical stress. You are bounced around and you are keep getting thrown into the piles of scrap metal. But eventually you are probably about another 10, 15 miles away from the city of Diva, D-E-V-A, when all of a sudden the lorry just makes this abrupt stop on the side of the road. And you hear a horrible crunch coming from the front of the car.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Gregory gets out and he's like, oh, this is no good. Gregory is so stupid. And he kind of hits his head with his hand a couple times. Stupid Gregory.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's the front axle. And you guys all pile out. And sure enough, one of the tires has been shredded from some debris in the road. And the axle can be fixed, but it would need somebody with some really good vehicles abilities to be able to fix this axle.
Where could we find someone like that?
Yeah.
I know.
I have no idea.
How would we ever find such a place?
Blisco's already under the vehicle.
Okay, so first of all, you need to jack this thing up, so you can get some metal out of the back of the lorry. But whoever's going to help jack this up needs to do a brawn plus athletics, and it's a difficulty of 5. so people can assist with this.
Okay.
So who are the up to 3 people may do
So-
their brawn plus athletics.
Me.
So Blisco, the strong one, is under the thing.
No, he's not yet. You got to jack it up
Okay.
first.
I can definitely assist with that. I mean, worst case scenario.
So who's going to do the main brawn and athletics, and who's going to assist?
How strong y'all, Carlos? You look stronger than me.
I got an 11 on
Oh,
athletics.
we're equally strong. Yes, the academics are going to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
I think we're mostly
We-
academics.
Yeah. I just don't think we have brawn across the group all that much.
All right.
Okay. So I need one person who's going to be the brawn plus athletics person,
Okay.
and that's what, Blisco?
No.
Or is it okay? So it's
I'll
Doc.
do it.
Okay, so Carlos, you're the main, and then the rest of you, the other 3 of you, can assist on these rolls. So
I'll take a
again,
momentum.
you'll take a momentum. That's good.
So are we rolling
So-
our brawn plus athletics to assist him?
You're rolling your brawn plus athletics to assist, but I think don't you only roll 1 die on the assist?
I know it's 1 die. I don't remember if it's before or after.
You roll it
I want to
after.
say it's after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rodrigo, go ahead and roll.
3 successes.
Hey, 3 successes.
Nice.
Very good. Now, the rest of you. 1 success from Matthew. Very good. 1 success from Blisco. Very good. That is a total of 5 successes. You are able to get the vehicle up on the blocks. Now, we need to change the tire. So I need somebody to do a vehicles plus brawn test. Difficulty of 2. This is a weird
it.
metric system. You're not familiar with the metric system, Blisco. So that's why it's a D2 instead of a D1.
I should probably use a momentum on this.
Okay. You're down to
Alright.
1 momentum. Hey,
That's
4 successes.
2, 4, 5 successes.
5 successes. All right. You guys are just up and down in the momentum here. Very good. All right. Now it is
That was the
time to
plan there.
repair the axle. Time to
Shouldn't we
repair
be
the
at
axle. There's plenty
4
of,
momentum?
let's see. It was a D2.
Yeah.
And how many successes did you have?
5.
Oh, okay. I thought you had only had 4 successes. Sorry. All right. Time to repair the axle. So there's enough parts in the back of the lorry that you could probably piece together. You need to pass 3 tests. 3 tests. The first is an engineering and reason test to figure out how to put the parts together. That'll be a D1. The
Okay.
second one is whoever wants to do that one.
Doc
Yeah.
can do that one.
Does it count as
Engineering plus
mechanical
reason?
engineering?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. That's my secondary focus,
that-
or that's one of my focuses.
one of
I
your
have a
superpowers?
crit chance at 4 or less at that point.
Do
Okay.
it.
Go for it.
That's
Hey,
3
2
successes.
Nice. Wow. You're really good at this.
Or no, that's 4 successes. Or yeah, 3
Yeah.
successes.
3 successes. And what did I say the difficulty was? D2?
D2.
Okay. So that should be 5 momentum that you guys have now. All right. The second one, now that you've figured out how to put the parts together, is going to be a brawn plus vehicles again to do all the manual labor to get all that stuff wedged in there.
Difficulty?
D2.
All right, we'll use a momentum.
All right. Hey, 2 successes.
Ooh.
Very good. You are able to, with a lot of sweat and a lot of busted knuckles, scraping up against parts, you are able to get the axle back in. And now, Rodrigo, if you would like to use your brawn and athletics to lower everything back down to make sure that the axle looks right and works right, you may do so.
I'll use a momentum.
Okay. Hey, 3 successes.
yeah.
So, yeah. All right. You're still got the same amount of momentum. Sure enough, after about an hour or so of work, you guys are able to get this thing back together. And Grigori has spent the entire time saying, yes, do it this way. See, you did it my way, and it works very good. Grigori knows how to do this stuff. And he kind of, most of the time, is drinking from something that smells like vodka or vermouth or something like that. He's pretty sloshed by the time you guys pile back into the lorry. and you reach the small town of Deva, just as the sun is beginning to set. I think we should stay here overnight. That way we have clear roads in the morning. We don't want another mistake like those rocks jumping up like they did all the way here. They just jump right in front of the car.
Mm-hmm. Da.
Let's go find an inn or a tavern or a tavern inn.
Yeah.
Sure.
After a little bit, you do find an inn that is also attached to a tavern. Hello. Welcome to Deva. How long will you be staying?
Just for the night.
Yeah.
Oh, very good, sir. And he turns the book around for you to sign. How many rooms would you like? Grigori always stays in room by himself. Yes, I'm sure you do. And he kind of appears to be a little off-put by Grigori's alcohol smell.
So 3 then.
3 rooms.
Yes, very good. And he hands you guys keys. Don't forget, the tavern is open until late tonight. It's a Friday night. That's where you can find food and drink. And he gives Grigori a kind of a dirty look. What are you looking at? Nothing, I assure you. That's right. Grigori is more than nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. We'll go check it out after we get settled in.
Yes.
I was just so hoping Steven would be there. Guten Abend.
No, we're in Romania.
I know, but it just seems like fun. I mean,
he didn't
All right.
didn't do anything like that in France.
Well, yeah, but
Okay, you guys set up your rooms. Who's sleeping in what room? Grigori takes the big room.
Mhm.
Grigori sleeps by himself.
Sure.
If you need me, I'll be down in the tavern.
I was going to say, I think we've kind of fallen into a Blisco Doc Valentino Dutch kind of rhythm in previous days, but
that's fine.
Works for me.
Yeah, after a while, you start to hear like music coming from downstairs, and you hear a lot more talking going on.
Well, let's head down and see what we can eat.
Sure. You get down there, and this is a pretty large, tavern. There are plenty of tables and chairs and booths that are set up. There's this seems to be the place that the town folk come on a Friday night to have fun. There's a person playing piano. There's a lot of waitresses going around with hot food and drink. The bartender appears to be very busy, and there at a table with 3 other men is Grigori, and he sees you. Hey, my friends, come over here. Come.
I'll go over.
Yeah, let's join him.
Yeah, so, hey, I'm glad that you finally came down. Grigori's been talking to my friends, this guy, and I forget this guy's name and this other man. They have been telling me quite a story.
Oh,
Yeah.
what kind of story?
And one of the other guys is like, the Germans have been slowly going through every town in the region and setting up blockades and going through all of our churches and our castles looking for stuff. And the other guy is like, yes. And then the other day, a huge, what do you call big flying sheep, come and anchored just outside Zoltna.
A Zeppelin?
Yes, that's it, a Zeppelin. Yes, Grigori know all about Zeppelins. You don't want to be smoking around those things. They blow up very, very easily. Trust me, Grigori knows.
Okay.
Keep that.
Where was
and
this?
Then this is in the little town, Zoltana. It's not too far away. It's like maybe 10, 15 miles. And then the third guy's like, yeah, they appear to be looking for these glowing blue crystals inside the castle.
That's strange.
I tell you what's strange, says Gregorius. We must not allow these people to get take the treasures of our country away.
When you say they're looking for the blue crystals, do they say that, or is it known that there are blue crystals in the castle?
And the third man is like, yes, for centuries we've known that there have been blue crystals down underneath the castle.
Well, do we want to take a detour and go check this out?
I feel like we might.
Yes, unfortunately the roads are no good there, but you'll have to, that's why the Zeppelins fly in. It's pretty rocky. We came from there this morning. It's about a 10-mile hike.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah, Gregori's like, yes, you've got the rucksack. You can make that easily. No problem. I told you, my friends, these friends, he's indicating to the three guys, you, my friends, I told you that these friends would be more than happy to help you out. But Gregori will not be going, of course.
Right.
Well, he's done. And then Gregori's like, I'm now very tired. And he does a fake stretch with his arms. And as his arms come down, you see one of the other men at the table slip Gregori some monies. I'm very tired now. Good night. And he gets up and he stumbles out of the room. And the three men are like, yeah, we must also go and go get sleep. Thank you. Here's a little map of where the castle is at. It is this way through the woods, and you've got to go up here, and a little twist and a turn, and he draws you out a thing. And then you will find castle, what's the name of this castle? Castle Piatra Albastra. Castle Piatra Albastra. You guys have food in your bellies. If you have any physical stress overnight, you can clear off one of your physical stresses from getting a good night's sleep.
What about mental or fatigue?
Nope, no mental or fatigue at this point. You don't get that much rest.
Right.
Doc is able to clean up any of your bumps and bruises, Valentino. And if you need any,
that's going to bring me back to a full stress track.
Mercurochrome or iodine, he can certainly put that all over you.
Hydrocodone.
Yeah.
We should get up before dawn so we can get our weapons out of the truck.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Good point.
All right. So you set your alarm at 5 a.m. and you all get up and you go downstairs and there's a woman there. Good morning. My name is Dawn. Is there anything I can do for you?
You got coffee?
Oh, yes. You have to get up very early to beat dawn.
I'll get some coffee.
Bummer, we didn't get up before.
Yeah, you fill yourselves up with coffee, and there's some sticky buns, and you hear a rooster crow outside.
Yeah. I'll go get our stuff.
Okay. You get your stuff, and you look at the map, and you do have probably about a 4 or 5 hour walk to get to Zoltna and to the castle. Because this area is very rocky, it goes up and down hills. I'm going to guess that many of you are probably not used to the elevation change in this area. And so I need you guys to, let's see, what are we doing here? Survival plus brawn or survival plus will for each of you.
Oh boy.
Either one is fine. It's a difficulty of 2.
Will you say?
Will
or survival? Brawn, survival or brawn or survival plus will.
Okay.
Hey.
Successes for Matthew. Matthew's rolling a lot of 1s tonight. Are you sure you're not cheating?
Oh, hey.
Pretty sure.
Right. Wow, a lot of 1s tonight. You guys are doing a great job. So Matthew had 2 successes. Valentino had 2 successes. Carlos had 2 successes. Blisco, you are just worn out by the time you get to the little city of Zoltna. You need to take a fatigue.
Okay.
There are some people just kind of wandering around. This is a small town. Probably only about 20 or 30 buildings. But then you can see up on a hill a castle up there. And you can see a giant airship, Zeppelin, docked to one of the tall turrets of this castle. There don't appear to be too many. Piatra Albastra. Piatra. Albastra.
Does that
There
ring
don't
any
appear to
bells for the?
there don't appear to be any young men hanging around, walking around in this village, and it's like 2:00 in the afternoon by the time you guys get there.
Probably off working in the castle mines. I don't know.
Yeah.
Conscripted into battle.
That's the one I'm thinking.
Well,
There's a
let's.
you walk down the street and you see an old woman just sitting outside her house, just crying.
Does anybody speak the local dialect?
Anybody speak Romanian?
Yeah, I speak Romanian.
All right.
Hey, are you all right?
Who is that? And she looks up and you can tell Doc instantly she's got cataracts. This woman's blind. She got these, her eyes are just white. Who's there?
We're travelers. We're just passing through town. Do you need help?
Germans?
No.
Roll a persuasion plus a what's the plus will?
Okay. 2 successes.
Hey, 2 successes. She kind of does she sniffs. You don't smell like stinky Germans. You know what happened to my boys? The Germans took my boys. Kadrin and Darius were taken to go work in the castle.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully they'll be back soon.
She reaches out and grabs your arm and holds onto it really carefully. You must get my boys back.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I miss my children. I'm crying with many tears.
All right. Let's, when we get to town, take a bit of a rest, especially since Blisco is panting a little bit there.
Yeah, it's the heat. You are able to find a small place. This very small tavern. They have some cheese and some bread and some beer that you can rest yourself on. The bartender and 2 old men who are in the bar, they kind of just eye you suspiciously the entire time. They realize that you're not Germans, but you're also not from here.
Yeah. Once we've had a chance to eat, we should get going.
Mm-hmm.
Try to not upset the locals.
Mm-hmm.
Will be for the best.
Okay.
Kind of concerned about the state of the children.
Well, the old woman said children. You know that there are no young men in the village. So to her children may be like
her
18-year-old men or something.
Yes, I'm sorry. I mistranslated that. Well, I didn't mistranslate that. It's just that English doesn't have a good word for sons and daughters, but she meant her sons, not her children.
Okay. They have stolen all the boys in town.
Yeah. Hopefully they're having them work and not guarding things, because then we might have to shoot a few of them.
I'm actually more worried about eldritch transformations and things with claws and teeth.
The bartender kind of slams his fist on the bar top. What are you doing in this area? Are you with him? And he kind of thumbs his up towards the direction of the castle.
With him?
With him.
Oh, with them. No, we're just passing through.
You should be very careful. You're young, and he points to Carlos. You look very strong. The Germans will be looking for strong men to work in the caves below the castle.
Well, I've barely ever done a day of work in my life, so I'll try to avoid it as much as possible.
Okay. I'm just warning you.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate the heads up.
All right, let's roll.
All right, so you head out towards the castle, and you're making your way down a path, and then the path splits in two directions. The right fork kind of leads down into a little valley area where you can see some ruins, and the left fork looks like it's taking you around the edge of the valley, and you can access the side of the castle from there.
Bear left.
Right, frog.
Right, frog. I was waiting for one of y'all. Thank
Classic.
All right, so the
Beautiful.
left fork will take you around the edge of the valley. The path, though, is treacherous. There are some steep drops. There are coarse, spiky bushes that have grown along the path. And you all will need to make an agility plus survival test with a difficulty of 1.
I hate Spirea.
Oh, agility. Survive. Oh, that's. I would like to use some momentum on this one.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
D1.
1.
Hey, Matthew succeeds. Carlos gets
One
a momentum
success.
back.
Oh my god.
Blisco does not succeed, and
I think I
he
get
needs
2
to
back.
take. Oh yeah, okay. Blisco, you need to take 2 physical damage.
Oof, a tough day for Blisco.
Armor block that?
Yes.
Okay. So I only take 1.
What are we rolling?
Agility plus survival.
Alrighty, agility. It's a.
Yep.
I will also take a momentum.
Okay.
I feel like we all thought we'd be
Hey,
spending
2
more time in the
successes?
lab.
All right. Very good. Get that success back.
I mean, the way that character creation works, right, is like you pick what your jobs are, and that's what your skills are. So yeah, since like 3 out of 4 of us went with academia, we definitely thought we'd be like fighting more in like libraries, maybe like laboratories.
I think we were feeling like a Ghostbusters kind of vibe.
Yeah, actually,
Mhm.
does Blisco have any academia or anything like that?
Blisco doesn't have academia, but part of backstory is the amount of university before joining the military, because engineering is really high.
Right. So you're too highly trained to be Winston, Rob.
Okay. So you reach the kind of the crest of the path, and you can see the valley laid out below you. It's about 150 yards below you. On the south edge, you see a bunch of dark conifer trees that are all clumped together. They start to get pretty sparse and spread out on the north side of the valley. But the trees do follow a little small river that runs through it. You can see the ruins about 1.5 miles to the north from where you're at. And there's no plant life around the castle ruins. Let's see. Directly to the north of you, probably about 1/2 mile or so, you can see the Zeppelin moored to the side of the hill. If you look closely, you can see that on the bottom of the Zeppelin are 3 turrets. There's another one on top, and hanging from below the Zeppelin is a small plane that's underneath the gondola.
So there are turrets on top of the balloon part?
Yep.
Wow.
On top of or on bottom?
Both.
Also, yeah.
Yeah, three on the bottom, another on the top. And if you go a little bit further, you can see the opening of a cave, and you would not have been able to see this from the valley floor.
All right, we'll proceed towards it cautiously.
Yeah, it doesn't appear like there's been any activity in this cave for any amount of time. But you do have a good view of the castle ruins and everything kind of around you, including what looks to be people off in the distance.
Can we tell what they're doing?
Snap gun?
If only you had something that would allow you to see far, far into the distance.
Like these binoculars.
Yes, like these binoculars that were packed into your bag. Doc, please make an insight plus observation test to see what the Germans are up to.
If only we had something to see farther away. Carlos pulls out a baguette and puts it on his face. It's like, well, this was not the correct item to use here.
No.
All right. 2 successes. All right. So here's what you can observe. This is a pretty rocky, uneven valley. The Zeppelin looks pretty guarded from what you can see with the binoculars. But you can also see that there seem to be some kind of a blue disc, some kind of glowing blue discs running along the side and the top of the Zeppelin. That's interesting.
Glowing in a say a familiar shade.
Yeah, like blue.
Would it be blue that say resembles Blisco's frap gun?
I don't know, it's blue.
Oh.
There are some field tents set up around the place where the Zeppelin is docked, below it. You can make out the ruins of the castle. You can see that there appears to be a hole in the ground by the ruins with a rope and pulley descending down into the hole in the ground. Let's see. And it also looks like these are not your average German soldiers. The more you look around, these soldiers all have a band on their arm. First of all, they have the swastika. On the other arm, they have what looks like a claw with an eye in it. You know this as Nachtwolfe or Nightwolfe symbols. But, from what you can observe from where you're at, from this very quick observation, this is a Nachtwolfe outpost, which makes sense because the Nachtwolfe are the ones that are after the Blauer crystals. But these guys don't seem to be on high alert.
Okay.
Black Sun uniforms. Maybe we could
start an incident.
Yeah.
Start an internecine battle and have them kill each other, and we just watch and laugh.
Yeah. I was also kind of thinking maybe we could use the zap gun to start a fiery distraction with that Zeppelin there, but if it's Blauer crystal powered, that may not be as much an option either.
Yeah. You do, if someone else wants to look through the binoculars and also do a observation and insight check, you may be able to see other things.
That's a cue for Valentino.
Yeah. You want to do that, Brian?
Sure.
You're kind of really good at that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't feel like it, okay? I'm more than my perception score.
All right. Insight and observation?
Yep. Only one success.
2 if sight is...
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. You are able to see kind of on the opposite end of the valley, from the ruins. You see what looks like a bunch of tents set up, and you see a bunch of young men just kind of standing around. And every once in a while, you see a Nachtwolfe guard come and get a couple of guys from the tent and march them the 500 yards or so over to the hole in the ground and lower them in. And after a few minutes, some other men will come out, and these men look exhausted, and they are escorted back to this work camp. The work camp doesn't look to be heavily guarded, if it's guarded at all. So that looks to be where all the men of the village have been dragged off to work the mines at this castle. Let me see if I've got a map here that I can share with you guys. More or less, that's how I describe it to you. You guys are at the mountainside cave is where you're at. Again, it doesn't look like it's disturbed. This could be a pretty good place to hide and hang out.
Well, should we make our way to the camp and maybe talk to some of the locals, see if we can get some that'd be willing to stage a revolt with a little assistance?
Yeah. At the very least, we can get a good look around. It's a good place to start.
Think we could blend in? Do we have
I mean, we do have Romanian travel clothes, so shouldn't be too hard. Just here's some important phrases, and I tell them how to say like,
Yes,
"Hello, yes, sir," and this man is injured, because we might need to do that one.
fair enough.
Okay. So if you guys are going to make your way down to the camp, everybody will need to roll an agility plus athletics with a difficulty of 2, because this is a kind of a little wonky climb down.
Okay.
Agility, you say?
Yep, agility plus athletics.
Athletic, you say.
Oh.
I'll take a momentum.
Me too.
Same.
Everybody's going to take a momentum.
Oh,
Everybody momentum.
God. Blasted.
Wow.
Oh, Blisco.
so we all fall down the mountain.
Everybody take who failed one physical stress. Who rolled that 20?
That would be me.
Okay, you twisted your ankle. You're going to be slowed.
Okay.
And Matthew had another good night of 2 successes.
Hooray!
Yeah. So Blisco and Carlos take 1 physical damage. Valentino take 1 physical damage. Plus, you have a complication of you are slowed.
Okay.
Good. It's all going according to plan, because now we're all dusty like we've been working here.
Yeah. So you all managed to make your way into camp. Hobbling as you are, and you notice that doesn't appear to be any guards here, but there are some fire pits set up, and you see some of the men sitting around the fire pits. They appear to be singing some songs or sharing stories. And then when you all walk up, they are all kind of surprised that strangers are in their camps.
Critical Hit Punch All Nazis is a production of Major Spoilers Entertainment and was produced and edited by me, Stephen Schleicher. If you would like to get a behind-the-scenes making of this episode, be sure to check out the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Major Spoilers. Each week I discuss my plans for the upcoming game session, and Dr. Brad Will is there to share his reactions and advice on how to be a better game master. I will warn you, though, there are spoilers galore in every installment of the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition. So, if you don't like spoilers and don't want to know what I am planning next, don't listen to these episodes. Though, I will say, if you do listen, you'll be able to see how and where the players throw a wrench into my plans, and you're also going to have greater insight into the world that's being built into this campaign. Finally, we want you to record yourself doing your best on Critical Hit and send it to us at podcast@majorspoilers.com, and your voice will join the growing chorus of fans in upcoming episodes as well. Thank you again for listening this week, and here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2024 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.